Oops. Wrong way round. There's the 8mm. Boom. Monday, Tuesday, happy. No, no. I'm thinking of different now. In the afternoon, Davey, how you doing, my man? Hope you're keeping well. And what weather, eh? 10 seasons in one day. Ain't that the truth? Nice to see you're doing well, mate. I'm all good, mate. And for a wee morning walk. I'm going to see Toy Story 4 later. Can't get much better than that. Toy Story 4. Apparently, there's a spoon or a fork in it. I think it's a fork. And he just doesn't realise he's a toy. Which is a shame. So, going to see that this after. Got some downtime. Misguided cutlery, that's it, mate. What's so naughty like about a film about misguided cutlery? Sounds dandy to me. Right. Glasgow train tracks have like overhead power lines down. It's not even been that windy, a bit rainy. You know it's been very rainy when Scotland starts getting flooded. Tripod. Oh, good stuff, mate. Aye, this is a lovely wee chill out chair. To be able to sit and see the world, you know, and not the worst. Now, you might think that's Basil, and it is Basil, but I kid you not, it's like get a touch of aniseed or spearmint to it, and we don't know what type of basil it is, but it's not normal basil. Interesting facts. So what kind of gimbal have you got, Davey? What kind of gimbal did you get? Mate, see with a aniseed spearmint basil. It's called a GIMP Pro. You sure that's a gimbal? You better be careful what comes through the post when you're ordering a GIMP Pro. GIMP Pro. Oh, they knew what they were doing when they were naming that sucker, man. Now I'm going to have to get all medieval on his ass. Oh, mate, it makes your stuff look, I don't know, just really makes stuff look amazing. I was looking back at that footage for Pollock Country Park, and it just looks so cinematic the way it sweeps in and out when you're looking at stuff. Is it just a gimbal, mate? Like, if you know what I mean, it's just for steadying and stuff? Or does it have an app that you can talk to with through a smartphone and all that jazz? There's so many permutations of this stuff nowadays. It's not hard to get a hang of, but once you get the hang of it, it makes sense of it, you know. But at first you're like, whoa, this is strange. Motion detection. I've not even played around with that. I tried to and I couldn't get it to work. I was using it on random subjects, not somebody I was trying to track, if that makes sense. Aye, mate, it's like it's got a mind of its own till you learn how to control it. But definitely cool wee gizmo, makes all the difference. See if I can zoom in that bin. It looks unhappy. I can see the unhappy face on it. See? Bin looks unhappy. See, if you worked in one of those old photography places, Stewie, think of the amount of old-fashioned dick pics and all that you'd have came across. It's not scary, but it's amazing how far technology is. This came. Pulled up in boots once for having a pic of me with one ball hanging out my shorts. Oh, dearie me. Man, I can't believe the day it's turned out. It was meant to be, I bet, Davey, that would be a funny pic. Can't believe the day it's turned out. I was planning on chilling and watching the Celtic game, but it meant 4-1 up. It just wasn't fun anymore. But hey ho. Alright, McVie the third, how you doing, my man? Hope you're keeping well. I took my own upskirt shots with a 400mm telephoto. Okay, retard. You do get people that are like junkie moths, full of Valium, on shoplifting sprees next to a flame. Just can't help it. In the afternoon, punk. Hope you're keeping well. I'm just chilling like a villain. McVie, fill me in, write a wee synopsis. I've been keeping up with it a wee bit. I see that. I've got a few. I can't really watch much of Matthew, man. Or any of that stuff. It's tragic. You know, they're real people that have fucking found themselves in a hell of a predicament. But write us up a wee synopsis, mate. Hopefully, I'll get back on track with that shit on Tuesday's shows. Anyway, I watched Danny Tomo's piece that he put out the other day. You know, made me want to sign up for the far right. Beautiful piece of editing. I'll get into my tweets later, my man. Danny Tomo's the poor man's Tommy Robinson, isn't it? They provoked that shit, mate. I know that. It's one big shit show, man. I think the wind is out their sails though now, you know. But maybe they're just eating themselves with infighting. Interesting. Just hope wee Matthew gets back to his fucking ma and sister. Yeah, they must make a hell of a shed load of donations, man. Who's handling the donations now? Tommy's behind bars. Done, I'll be right back. Let's see what I can find. Oh, hold on, need to catch up. My heart goes out to wee Matthew. He's a good example of a well-meaning simpleton getting used in all this shit, innit? So he's turned pro. James Goddard made a video saying that he didn't support him. The guy from TR Talk, Chris, has been telling him what to think. Matthew getting controlled? No. It just proves... It proved to Matthew, but James Goddard confessed to being in the Knights Templar International on a voice message, but he just ignores it. Aye, well, doesn't fit his worldview, doesn't it not? Unfortunately, sometimes just people discount things that don't fit their worldview. Like politicians that aren't paedophiles, you know? Even just saying that means that you're in the deep state Illuminati. He's easy prey and I feel sorry for the potential amount of shite all this will cause him. I know, punk. It's crazy, innit? You can see what all this internet shit does to people, man. Chris was telling him that Secret Sauces was trying to groom him. Wait, sexually? Fuck. Here, man, I could imagine she'd be wicked in the bedroom, man. You know, it'd be like fucking one of the extras for fucking Planet of the Apes. See, I heard everybody talking about this Secret Sauces for ages and I didn't even know who she was. I knew her as the Gollywog woman, you know. What do you call a fork with 3 prongs? A freak. That's what they had in the medieval days. If you try to stretch a fork and see if it breaks, are you testing its utensil strength? She gave her the same line and that he told Matthew. She gave keep popping away. She gave her the same line that he told Matthew. Me and my mum watch her videos. I know. It's dead easy to stroke somebody's ego. Oh, watch your videos, they're fucking great, think you're amazing. Really? Really? Always be aware of people that rock up out of nowhere and start fucking licking your ring. So what's Secret Sauces getting threatened for? Because she's no telling us her secret ingredient. I heard it's a wee bit of brown skin in her secret sauce. That's what I heard on a grapevine. Oh man, I feel sorry for all the innocent people caught up in this piss, you know. You don't feel so sorry for the clandestine Nazis that are, I mean, even like little Jones, I know he's kind of pasted, what do you call that, he's put foundation over his swastika on his forehead, but you can still see it, you know. But them getting, indoctrinating the likes of fucking the Bleema, I am bad. Is that how autistic people write? Or is that like a secret language or some shit that I never really got? Is that the fucking rain back on? Am I seeing stuff? What does a spoon hate to see when driving a fork in the road? I think I failed the Nazi test. What do you mean? You are or aren't a Nazi? Man, by every other definitions of Nazi out there, we're all Nazis nowadays, aren't we? Some quiet time. But it's funny to watch, man. What is the difference between a woman and a forklift? There is none in both cases. If you don't have one, you unload by hand. Davey, join in the roast the host on Monday. I'll jot some of these jokes down. I'm meant to be trying to write a joke book. Yeah. Stephen Laxative Lennon, that's as good as my jokes get. I don't know mind their Googles. Well, they're good to share. The first flags featured in Danny Tomo's videos. It wouldn't surprise me, McPhee. It's Jim Dowson's paramilitary tactics of controlling communities brought to the mainland, isn't it? It's existed up this neck of the wood for some time. It's existed over Northern Ireland for some time. Now it's been exported south of the border. So it's kind of paramilitary-esque mafiosa control. I think it might have been you, McVie, that told me about that in the past when Jim Dowson sent Paul Golden to an event with a cardboard cutout of himself. Hilarious. Oh, I think I can hear footprints. Give me a fist puppet like Tommy. See, I know it blows people's heads when you suggest that Tommy Robinson is actually... Hello? Who's there? Are you coming in? Oh, thank you. Are you cold? You can have that if you're cold. I'm okay. Okay, I'll keep it in case, alright? Thank you very much. Give me my dressing gown. Don't know why. It's not as if I sit around in my dressing gown all the time when I'm in the house. Anyway. Like the policemen in Poundland, aye? You know the scary fucking thing about that? They work! They wouldn't have them if they didn't work. That's the funniest thing ever. Those cut out policemen. See, when you think about it though, like, simple psychology. People in a state of fear are easier to control because they're fearing X, Y, and Z. And if you bounce in and say, right, I can solve X, Y, and Z, game's a bogey. And I know we all like to think that we're beyond and above manipulation, but we're not. Policemen in Poundland. You know what? I'm not joking. Would you not just look like if... I'd say students, but me, myself, personally, I would love one of them for my house. Imagine you had one of them in your house. Stick it like fucking... Stick them on the back of your bathroom door. Some cunt goes in, fucking use the toilet, and they look in the mirror, like, fuck, I look fucking copper, fucking in what? That'd be quite funny. 1,000,001 uses for theirs. That's what I'm hoping to do on Monday night. 1,000,001 uses for a cardboard cutout policeman. You know, see if you had like just one in every room and your house ever get tanned, burglars would just, fuck, cops are on his run. Great idea. It's a Dragon Den idea. Policeman wallpaper brings burglaries down to zero. A cardboard cutout of Hugh Grant. Oh, dearie me. Burglarized. Well, 5 more minutes and we're going to have to go, I think. The language of buggery. So Davey, good luck with your gimbal. Hope the weather holds out for you tomorrow. A cardboard cutout Paul Golden at every church. You know, I wonder if cardboard works in the same fashion as wood in the protection of 5G waves. And if it does, maybe you could just like have a Paul Golden cardboard cutout face suit thing, you know? Like a body Golden cardboard thing. I think that's a good idea, man. Again, Dragon's Den. Ideas are just flowing. Must be the rays of the sun. Well, mate, I'm pretty sure they forecast pissing down rain today, so today goes down as a victory to chaos. They didn't predict today's weather. An American cult run by a Japanese guy with all his members wear masks, which look like his face. You're right, McVie. Tommy's cult isn't too far away from that, man. Davey, get some. There must be some druidic dances. Sort that weather out, man. I don't even know druidic. Is that a word? If not, I think I just invented it. Cheeky little smoke before I go. Mushy season. Just had a wee thing going through, thinking about mushrooms there. I never really had much success looking for mushrooms, but I never really looked that hard, to be honest. But you get any good locations, suggestions, Davey, let me know. You know what, McVie the Third? Steve Bannon is one of my ignorances, not complete ignorances. I'll summarise what I know about him, and I'll probably fuck this up. Influential, if not at the genesis of the start of Breitbart, and Breitbart was pretty much came out of a London Israeli think tank, but was created in Israel. Now, I know people will think, I'm not scared, I'm apprehensive saying this because people will just think I'm siding with one or the other. But no doubt he is Zionist, right? I don't even think that's up for debate. But I think it's even like deeper than that, if that makes sense. In the sense that Zionism existed before Steve Bannon, but Steve Bannon kind of indoctrinated, got in with the Zionists because Zionism is ultranationalism, And I don't think he got in with it because he had any particular leaning towards Zionism, but more a leaning towards ultra nationalism. And I think that's where these entities emerged from, if that makes any sense. Let's see, where were we? You can watch how Steve Bannon's far-right movement stalled in Europe. Throws a quick synopsis into the chat. McVie the third. I've no checked that out yet. The town is hard because council sprays everywhere. I used to go up to Murdoch or what's Park at the end of Kelvin. Don't next to council dot. Don't mention Hitler. Hitler wasn't all bad. He killed that Tash. Some good came out of him. Right-wing populists are on the rise across Europe. I think that's visibly witnessable. With European Parliament elections approaching, they are being offered help from Donald Trump's former chief, Steve Bannon. Well, he's been in coordinating himself with, well, I was going to say Nigel Farage. Nigel Farage's UKIP. UKIP is Raheem Kassam. I remember when man, God, how things change. Raheem Kassam tweeted at me when when I was talking about his involvement in the spread of the far right movements across Europe, and how him and Tommy Robinson were kind of like that, part of the same movement. And he was just calling it, blasting it off as a conspiracy theory. But it's a world in which we stay. Sleeping with the far right. Jack Sen. I know that guy. I think. Oh, I do know that Jack Sen guy. He's a anti-Semitic guy. I think undoubtedly like Hitler, little Hitler kind of dude. Dilop. Sen Gupta. What the fuck was that name for East Europe or something, isn't he? Eastern Europe by descent, I think. Half Indian? Alright, well. That could explain the genesis of just the hate of Muslims, See, one of the brilliant things I've learned through touching base with different cultures intimately, not just on a superficial basis, and not that many, but a few, and some people live their lives without ever touching into a different culture on an intimate level. They've only got the culture they grew up in, and they've never... Oh, breaking news, Epstein found dead in his cell. Epstein being found dead in his cell. Ha! Imagine that. Wow, there's a conspiracy for you folks. Breaking here first. Let me see if I can get this shit without turning this off. Nah, somebody Google it and post the headline or the fucking first bits in the chat. Epstein found dead in his jail cell. Somebody get the juicy details and post them in the chat, man. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Woo! God. Man. Can he gloat over some... Oh, man, I don't know. The inner struggle. Gloating over fucking death, you know? But hey ho, it was bound to happen. He knew too much. He was too much of a problem. So I don't understand why they are against race mixing. Oh, I know. Shock, but not shocking news. I know, punk. Well, I think it all boils down to religious bigotry, right? At the top, as long as you do what you're told, people don't care what fucking colour you are, right? So, but they use the natural tribalism that's in us all to divide us round very obvious lines, whether it be colour, so on and so forth. But to me, you boil it down, it seems to be a lot of religious bigotry, religious supremacy. Alright, McVicker, how you doing, my man? Epstein just killed himself in his cell. Somebody get some more details, man. How did he kill himself with his fingernails? Oh, pardon me. It's disgusting. Is the Pope dead too, Stewie? Oh, sorry, darling. We're getting ready to go?
It's still to, isn't it? Right.
Right, afternoon everybody. I'm off ski watch Toy Story 4. Happy days. Have a good afternoon. Epstein's dead.